Spino Charge you money! This is the last Dino Charge review, or Dino Supercharge item product / sing review on this channel because, well, it just is. After this video, we'll be moving into Ninja Steel territory, and that'll be bad news for quality control, and we'll explain why in the next video. But for now, we've got to explain this item. This is the Spino Charge Zord, and it was one of two separately boxed bigger Zords from the Dino Supercharge line. The other one was a black version of the T-Rex Zord, which, yes, I believe appeared in Kyoryuger. Yes, I'll give him that. But that was nothing more than a repaint. This is an entirely new Zord, the Spino Zord. And it's meant to belong to the Talon Ranger in Power Rangers Dino Charge. In Japan, in Kyoryuger, this Zord was called Spino. And the ranger it was meant to belong to was called Ryuger. Actually renamed to Kyoryu Navy in I think it was a film. Anyway, this is his Zord, and because the Talon Ranger was cut out of Power Rangers Dino Supercharge at the very last second, they couldn't have a range for this Zord, which means this Spino Zord just shows up randomly and anyone can pilot it. Which, yeah, that's how it is in Kyoryuger, sure, but there's bases given in Kyoryuger. They don't just have it. They have to find the, I think it's got something to do with this charger. It's meant to be like a Zudanu Guardian or something. I can't remember how that works. I finished watching Kyoryuger a while ago. And my mind is currently filled with Kamen Rider Build because that's what I'm trying to watch at the moment, because after that I'm going to watch Kyuranger. I know, I'm busy, innit? Actually, I watched Ninja a while ago. I can tell you for one, Ninja is just a better version of Ninja Steel, but we'll get onto that next video. The Spino Zord here comes with the Spino Charger. Now, unlike the other Megazords, where they include the translucent versions of the T-Rex Charger for the Dino Charge Megazord, the translucent Terra Charger with the Terra Charge Megazord, the translucent Plesio Charger with the Plesio Megazord, and the translucent Titano Charger for the Brachiozord. Unlike those instances, the Zord that comes with the Charger that comes with the Spino Charge Zord is not translucent. It's a regular Charger, making me think that they didn't have one of these chargers out already at the time. As you can see, it's blue, dark blue. This is the same colour as the regular Stego Charger. It's labelled with 0000. It's not with a normal O, 0, because normally there's only one digit like on this. There's actually 2 digits, which is the first charger that's meant to belong to a ranger that has 2 digits, because the last one is the 10th one. Spino logo. Now the thing about this is I don't know what I did to it, but the spinning function, doesn't always want to play nice. QR code. Pin combo. The thing about this pin combo is it uses all of the pins in the morph. This is all 5 pins demonstrated. Ignore the thing in the middle. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It says all 5 pins. This hits all 5 pins. And Spinosaurus on the back. This charger does something very minor in this Zord. It's just literally, because again, this Zord originally had sounds in Japan. They cut that out as of the other Dino Charge Zords, which is understandable. They can't do that because it costs way too much. What it does instead feels a bit anticlimactic, because there's no weapon on here at all. I mean, there is a weapon, this thing, but we'll get to that in a minute. It's not Dino Charger activated. You slide the charger into its mouth, you close it up, and all that changes is that this yellow thing here comes up like some feathers. Now, if you're a Dino Charge fan, or just a typical Sentai fan, or if you've got a really good memory, you will notice it's trying to replicate the T-Rex Zord function. Hang on, no. with the same feather raising ability. It works on the T-Rex Zord because it was there from the start. Doesn't work on the Spinosaurus Zord because it's not quite as good. It doesn't look as amazing or grand. Right, so another thing this Zord can do, along with the Black T-Rex, because they made a brief modification to the Zords, is that on the original type of Spino, you had a little backpack that could deploy a little boomerang that could be used as an axe, apparently. This, all it has is a missile shooter, which works as a little gimmick for the kids, I suppose. Is this done accurately? Is this done nice? Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the differences when trying to make this a different Zord to the T-Rex Zord. Especially with how they put a different tail on that's meant to be like a gun. I mean, I do appreciate the fact they've tried to make this a different Zord, because I know that in Japan, the tail was the same as the T-Rex's tail, and they tried to make it look a bit different. I appreciate that effort, but ultimately it all amounts to nothing, because if you take this piece away, and take this off, the rest of it is just the same as the T-Rex Zord. In fact, if I take the necessary pieces off the T-Rex, we can basically form a copy of the T-Rex Zord. It's the same Zord with different bits attached. Also, apologies, the tail's an idiot to remove. It's not easy. It's really tight. So you see my point. It's literally just a modified T-Rex Zord, but the important thing is they tried to make it a bit different. They tried, and they sort of failed, but the fact is, they tried their hardest as Bandai of America. Considering their creativity ideas were mostly spent on the auxiliary Zords and their action features, they probably were out of ideas of what to do with this Zord that hadn't been already done. So if that's the case, sure, I console them, because there was no other ideas they could have. Again, another complaint I've got with this Zord is that the helmet, which is here, they insist you store it in this little hollow part in the little legs section. And I tried that and it's very difficult to do, so I haven't done that, unfortunately, so I can't show you that. But now what I can show you is the Megazord-ish mode. I'm saying ish because only with this Zord you can't really do much. You need to buy the... If you want to be show accurate, you need to buy the Ankylosaurus Zord and the Pachysaurus. Pachysaurus? No, that's an in-show error. Pachycephalosaurus Zord, because they once called it a Pachysaurus in the show, apparently, once. Probably to simplify for a younger audience, but I don't know. You need to buy those two Zords. Now, at one point in time, I understand they packaged all three of those together. But as far as I'm aware, they did sell the Ankylo Zord in Dino Charge a long time before this was released. But luckily for me, and luckily for you lot, you can use any Zord, any arm Zord with this item. Like how you can with the Dino Charge Megazord, Terracharge, Blessiocharge, and the... Okay, not the Brachiocharge. Okay, but with most of the Zord line, you can swap the arms out. So that's how I'll be doing. Right, to transform this little guy, or bloke. I don't know why I'm saying guy. I've been watching too much of Dawson Rider. To transform this little bloke, I see I'm using British English, that's good. All you need to do basically is to remove the little gun on the top, put off to the side. Remove the tail, which you don't have to do, but I'm going to show you what that does. And then basically do the same as you would with the T-Rex, or just open, fold up, open, fold up. Split, open the legs. Oh, it's not easy, this. Ugh. And then we have to spin the top part around, and this is all you basically get with this Zord. The first thing I'll say about this formation is that the head, while I believe it to be Sentai accurate, it's actually not as good. It's missing a lot of paint. If I quickly do an off-screen comparison to the Dino Charge Megazord, I can tell you that the black detail around the eyes, that's alright. The eyes are coloured red, not green, and it's missing the red detail on the metal silver part of the face. Other than that, the face looks the same. I'm going to give you a quick up-close shot of the face. As you can see, the red part on the cheeks, that's just remains silver, which I do believe that's how it was in the Japanese source material, but I am not entirely sure. I'm just going to go off memories here, because I did watch, I think, comparisons, on Belt Matrix's channel comparing these two items, and because I don't have a Sentai version to compare it to at hand currently in this room, I don't plan on buying one either, I can't just show you, so roll with it. Right, so to finish forming the Megazord, we have to take this helmet here, which I must say is a really nicely designed helmet in Sentai standards and in Power Rangers standards too. There are a few differences to the Sentai version, however, apparently the yellow crescent shape is meant to come off, and also it's missing some silver paint on the sides, but ultimately enough that is quite small. Attaching the helmet works the same. It looks more like an evil Megazord helmet, which is how the Death Ranger character was meant to work, but that was cut out of Power Rangers. But it's a cool helmet nonetheless. It does cover the eyes, it leaves that mouth part visible. You can actually swap it between the Dino Charge Megazord, and you can also use the Dino Charge helmet on this head, considering how it's the exact same mold. So here we go, you can use the regular Dino Charge helmet on here. Doesn't look quite right, but it's just a thing that I'm going to show off because, honestly, why the hell not? The little yellow tailpiece here looks like a gun for a reason. You have, now I initially found this out by watching Belt Matrix's video, so thanks a lot to him for reminding me about this, but there's two clips on here, and there's two clips on top of the Megazord itself, as you can see. Now what you're supposed to do is, this is very weird and very stupid, like Belt Matrix said. You're supposed to attach it onto the side here. And yeah, it's a shoulder cannon, I can see what they're going for, but it looks way too big. It's not navy colour, it's not seamed after a dinosaur, it's not a dinosaur ornament. What, they didn't need to add this. It just looks unnecessary. It just doesn't work. In fact, I would have preferred it, hang on, if they made it as like still like a tailpiece, but to fire it, I would prefer it to face this way and shoot it off like a gun. That way it looks more like a gun turret with feet. Plus it stays in Megazord mode. So I don't understand this piece. I mean, yeah, I get why they included it to make it a bit more different, but they didn't need to add the side-on feature. And yeah, I know it's for playability. Yeah, I know. But they could have encouraged like a turret mode like this, because in my opinion this looks better. Although yeah, the non-painted sides, yeah, it's exactly the same to the normal Dino Charge Megazord. It doesn't look so hot. The cannon weapon can be folded out like this. There's a little switch on the side that if you flick, the handle goes down, but you can't really do anything with it unless you have an arm attached, which we will do now, coincidentally enough. Hang on. Let's take off the Stego and Tricera arms and voila, attach them onto the Megazord now. It's not going to work because this is in the way. And just for laughs, because why not, I'm just going to do this formation. It's keeping the... see, this happens a lot, sorry about that. Sorry about this. The legs like to go for walkies, which is ironic because they're legs. Also, when the cannon's on, you can't really do full articulation, which stinks. Hey, so this is a Megazord that I can do. See? You can also achieve the Pterosaur formation with this Megazord. You can also do the Plesiosaurus formation as well as the Ultrazord, but that didn't really do anything now, did it? It just gave him some boots and that's it. Yeah. Do I think this is a good Megazord? Honestly, it reminds me a lot of the Replicant Zord or the Blizzard Force Megazord, I think it was called in the toy line from Power Rangers Dino Charge. It reminds me a lot of that based on the fact how they're both navy in colour and also the fact that it's meant to be evil Megazords. What I would have liked, but I don't think they would have gone for in Sentai, I would have liked it if, because I know for a fact that, because it's Deathreader's Zord, Ferocious Knight D I think it was, I would have liked it for a time if he could steal these two Dino Zords here, the Stego and the Tricera, and turn them the same colour as him. I mean, it kind of works for Stego, but pink's just a... Yeah, I would have liked it if it turned it all the same colour and made it as like a kind of corrupted Megazord, because I know that in Dino Thunder, the White Dino Ranger could do that when he was evil. He could steal the other dinosaur arm weapons and take them from self, use them on I think it was his Megazord, I forgot what it was called, but I think I remember seeing some clips where he could do that. So then, why couldn't Deathreader do that in Sentai? Probably because he was exiled to a film. And he never appeared in the mainline TV show, so maybe that was a limiting factor for them. I don't know. And one more thing we will do before finishing up this video is I'm going to do a funny comedy bit now where I show you what he looks like in when he's getting ready to combine with the Plesiosaur. Now there's a factoid here. If you happen to have a photo of the Spinosaur box, the back of the box, at the very bottom you can see a combination which is a replicant of the explosive Dino Megazord, the Plesio T-Rex Pachy formation. I called it Explosive Dino Charge Megazord, but it's not called that really. You can replicate that with this Zord. In fact, I see the other Megazords right next to where I'm sitting, so let me go get them dead quick. Titano, Plesio, and Terra. Oh god, it's like they're all coming back for it's like they're all coming back for a second season. Oh. Right, first off we will look at the combination with the Terra Charge Megazord. I feel like I need to quickly jam him back into the Zord mode, so let's do that now, off camera. Think of something to talk about, please. Weather's nice today. Oh, his legs are on backwards. Oh, no, that's better. Right, so we have the Terra Charge Zord formed up. I'm stealing Botmetrix's words now. I should stop doing that. Sorry about that, mate. I've been watching too much of him. Right. Terra Charge backpack, engage. There we go. The problem with this is that since this Megazord doesn't have the spiky tail to act as a third leg, this just, oh dear me, it just is drunk, falls over. Sorry about that, lads. And now his helmet's fallen off. Great. Right, take that off. And now we will show off the... Oh, great, it's come... Oh no, look, it's all broken and on the floor. I'm not telling you what that. Well, I'm not telling you what that reference is to, just for your own sakes. Right, go back into and I'll show off the Plastio Megazord formation. He says, struggling over the Zords he's just put down. Oh goodness gracious! Right. Right. So this is just going to be a bit of the Zord. It's not going to be the entire Megazord. Just again, just for your own sakes, just so you don't have to say, "Oh, why did you do that, lad?" This is the Plastio this version. It's all blue and it's got the purple thing on it, just showing off that you can indeed do this formation if you want to. And I can't believe he's so top heavy. And now there's really no point showing off the boots on the Ultra Zord because it literally means nothing. But what we can show off is how the little plate looks on him here, and also the helmet's got the wrong colour face, but that doesn't matter. But you also can use a little gun piece on top as like a replacement. Does this look okay? Looks about as good as the original Ultra Zord, I suppose. The combination that works the best out of the three I've just shown you is, honestly, it's got to be the Plastio Charge one. It's got to be. Because the TerraCharge Megazord doesn't have that additional tail spike as a third leg, like I said, just falls over. And the Titanium Charge Megazord Ultra Zord doesn't really change much. Sorry. This doesn't really change much, apart from the fact there's a different head, which they didn't really acknowledge for. Which, yeah, I mean, they could have, because I'm trying to demonstrate something here. Oh, it's not working. Boo! Boo! Right, there we go. Because you could turn it like this, and turn it into like another cannon thing. Because that's what it kind of looks like. But the problem with that is it falls off, and the power goes out, and the Megazord falls down. And, oh look, it's turned into a pyramid.